again to News and Views.
Hello everyone, hopefully you guys are doing well. We have a lot of stuff to discuss today.
So first thing I think that it's important for all of you to know that each week the bishop and all the priests of the diocese have a phone meeting where we discuss what's happening in the diocese and especially what is our appropriate response for the COVID-19 crisis. So we have a number of things today about what will happen when masses are re-inaugurated for the public here in our diocese. So one of the things that's important is that the decision has been made for all of the Diocese of Iowa that masses will not be open to the public until after the peak of the COVID-19 virus passes in the state of Iowa. 2 weeks after the peak date of that is when we will begin to have masses in churches. There will be some relatively strict regulations about that. The prediction is that peak will not come until sometime in late May or early June at this juncture. It's the peak has been slid back several times, and so we need to keep an eye on that. But it'll be 2 weeks after the Center for Disease Control tells us that we are past the peak of the infection. So you should not plan to attend Mass together as a community until probably mid-June at the earliest. Please pray for the sick and for those who care for them.
Right, and besides kind of tracking that, we've also had some things go on recently. You recall recently last week we had our food drive, and it was really successful. And first of all, we just want to thank all of you that dropped off any food, any cash donations to that cause. Again, we really want to thank you for your generosity there. We raised more than 2,000 pounds of food. That is a lot of food. $2,600 worth of food cards. And this was distributed to 7 different food pantries. And I can tell you that the reactions when we dropped that off, people were very, very grateful. And so again, a big thank you to everyone who participated there. Also thanks to the St. Malachy's Justice Committee for really spearheading that project, especially Mary Lamar and all of those who were involved, along with the volunteers that stayed out at each site to help kind of organize things as well. So big thanks to everyone for your help on that.
School is not in session and distance learning among our students is continuing, but even though we're not occupying our school building, we're doing several important projects that we've been preparing for really a number of years. Through the great generosity of our Gala Committee and through a grant from the Boone County Endowment, we have been able to take on 2 long-planned projects. One is for the installation of new bleachers in our gymnasium. We are in the process of dismantling those bleachers now, the old bleachers that have been there for more than 60 years, and we're preparing to receive a new set of bleachers. You'll hear more about that next week. And we're also planning for the installation of a security camera system throughout our building. We're grateful to all of our supporters and to everyone whose generosity had made these important projects possible.
Right, and you guys have also been really generous during our Diocesan Annual Appeal or our Together as One campaign. Madrid has reached their goal for several months. The past several months, we reached the goal in Madrid. Sacred Heart and St. John's. You guys have done a good job at gradually reaching that goal. Again, if you would still like to help in that process, just let us know. Our goal at Sacred Heart and St. John's, just as a reminder, is about $48,600, and we've raised just over $37,000. So again, thanks for your generosity going towards that appeal. Also, we have decided to change the nature of our Vacation Bible School program this summer, and we'll have more information coming out about what that's going to look like in the next coming weeks.
We received a number of calls asking us when school will recommence, but it's way too early for us to be able to tell that. We're coordinating that inauguration of our school year with the Boone Community School District and the other school districts in the neighborhood. So thank you for your concern about that, but that's a little too early for us to predict the beginning of that. We also are conscious that our first communicants and our confirmation students have worked long and hard to prepare for those important days in their lives, but it is yet too early for us to set a date for those important events. We'll keep you posted. We'll contact those families directly that are impacted by that wants that we can set a date or dates for those sacraments.
Right, and also because of the virus as well, on Memorial Day services that we might usually have at the cemetery, those have also been canceled throughout the diocese as well. And just a reminder that confessions, even though we aren't having regularly scheduled times for confessions, we would invite people to make an appointment for confession for either me or Father Hughes. Just call the parish office and they can get in touch with us and we can go ahead and make that appointment. So in virtue of canon law, we have to hear your confession. So please, if you need that sacrament, do not be afraid to call the parish office and get a hold of us as well.
May God bless and protect you all.
Take care.